It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got KJ Osborne. He put together a nice showing last week, finishing with 110 yards. It's the Packers and the Saints, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he returns this to the 22. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. When you look at the Saints defense, they've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Packers at 0-8 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well. Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that one.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Daniel Whelan now. And a fair Fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU and Zach Wilson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
He's got the connection to Moore, and he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Wilson. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Saints defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Offensively, they might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions, That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He completes it to Olave. Touchdown! Chris Olave. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. To take over offensively. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now the Packers get set to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw here. Completes it to Davis. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he is going to have a Packers first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. They'll set up a throw. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Rolling to his left. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Unfortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
The Packers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Monk, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Saints will have the football back. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
This 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Now it's Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
Do you want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Good footwork at the 30. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now Wilson, he completes it to Olave. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On third down, Monk. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
2nd and 7.
Now back to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. That's a Packers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are able to claw one back. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Oh, he had a man running free, but shot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Now Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And that is incomplete. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
the Saints just continue to roll. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass caught here by Osborne. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On second down, Monk. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. And quickly they get to the line. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's fourth, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was third and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Oh, he's going to be stopped up right at that unofficial yellow line, but I do believe he got the 2 yards. Yes, confirmed by the referee. It's a first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's fourth. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Packers on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is third down and 12. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to throw again.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Mekhi Blackmon's got it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly his signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packers offense set to go. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2nd and 3. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action here on first down. Caught right side, Davis. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 1.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
He'll look to throw.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Oliver. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd and 6.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On 2nd down now, Monk. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And he'll take it just outside the 40.
And as this defense walks